Hey YouTube, T-Holtz here. I'm going to do a final update of my outdoor container pond. This is my 40-gallon stock tank that I have out in the front of my house. I put it out here at the end of May and it is now September 15th. And I probably have another week and a half before I have to bring it inside. The temperatures during the day are warm enough. It's in the 80s today. At night it's been in the 50s. I have put a heater in it. I have a 100-watt heater that I put in it just to keep the temperature up a little bit at night. As you can see, it's been completely covered by the water hyacinth. There's the heater right there. Plug that in at night. It's 100 watts and it does keep the temperature in the upper 60s or low 70s depending on how cold it is at night. You're not going to really see any fish in this video as the tub is completely covered with these plants. These water hyacinths, some of them I'm going to bring inside and overwinter them in my indoor tanks if I can get a half dozen or so to survive the winter. I'll bring them back outside and they'll go and cover this little tub again next summer. This pink bell is still getting flowers on it. And you can see right here there's going to be more flowers coming up on it. This is flowered nicely all summer long. There's actually another one here behind it that I didn't plant. This one here grew from the pot all the way up. That's another plant that grew off of the main plant here. So this grew really well, and this has some buds on it too. So it's been flowering all summer long once it popped up. There's actually a lot of flower buds on this plant, if you can see them. I'm going to try to overwinter this pink bell too. I'm going to see if I can just put it in a pot of water inside, get a cheap spotlight, maybe a 5000K bulb, put in it, and see if I can overwinter that as well. And over here the iris didn't get any flowers on it, probably because there's just not quite enough sunlight here. It did grow quite a few leaves, but it didn't bloom. Got a big tree behind me, so there was really not enough sun to provide flowers on this. And the Venezuelan poppy, I got it right there. That grew and has like 5 or 6 more plants on it. There's some leaves right here. Then all these leaves are from that same Venezuelan poppy. And as you can see, they got white roots on the bottom, so that would be another plant that I could plant in another pot if I wanted to. More over here. Over here, there's some roots there on the bottom. That's another plant that I could plant. We're over here. There's another one that's got roots, and way over here as well. So that Venezuelan poppy completely encircled the entire pond. That grew extremely well. That one I'm going to hang. I'm going to try to hang it on the inside of one of my tanks and see if the aquarium light will shine on it enough to try to overwinter that. If not, maybe I'll get a clamp on light that I can clamp on the side of the tank and put a nice maybe a 5000K bulb in it and see if I can't keep this Venezuelan poppy alive, because I really like how this plant looks. It grew extremely well in here. I don't know if it's supposed to flower. Mine didn't, but there is new plants sprouting up. There's another one with roots on it. So there's new plants sprouting up all over the place in here. As far as the fish, we're really not going to see any in this video. Well, maybe I'll see if we can take some of these water hyacinths out of here. See if we can see any fish. I don't know if we're going to see them or not. It's going to be light enough to get down in there and see fish. I think it's going to be hard to see them. You see all the roots Yeah, we're not going to be able to see them, but there are lots of white cloud mountain minnows in here, lots of fry, and it's just not going to be bright enough to see them. But there's a lot of fish in here. How many? I have no idea. You can see these white roots here that I was talking about that's coming off this Venezuelan poppy as it's spread now throughout the pond. Yeah, I see the fish, but they're not really coming up on the camera. It's just too dark in there. They're gonna go in, I'm gonna bring all them inside probably another week and a half. I think I have to be able to keep the fish out here. Looking at the long range forecast, it's gonna be in the, gonna have some days in there. Most of the days are in the 70s. We're gonna have a couple more days in the 80s like today, and at night in the 50s. And if it is in the 50s, I'll to prevent the water from getting too cold, I'll put that heater on. Temperature of the water now, it feels like it's around 72, 70, something like that. Feels pretty warm. It's been a warm day today, so it's heated up nice during the day. Probably don't have to put the heater in, but I kind of don't want the water to get too cold. These fish can handle cold water. Low 60s would be fine, but I'm trying not to let it get too cold because when I do bring them inside in another week or 10 days, the tanks inside are going to be much warmer than the water out here is. So I kind of want it to be a little bit warm, as close as possible to the temperature of the water, the tanks inside. It's been a warm late summer. Last year at this time I had my pond with the goldfish. Excuse me. Last year at this time I had the pond with the goldfish already broken down and fished inside as it got cold shortly after Labor Day. But here in eastern Pennsylvania it has remained warm. Upper 70s or in the mid 80s today. We did have like 72 a couple days for the high, but certainly warm enough to keep this outside. See my fountain here filtering really well. It distributes the heat well. With that heater all the way over in this corner, it creates enough flow and water movement that it distributes the heat pretty well when I do put the heater on. Not looking forward to bringing the pond in. I wish I could leave it out here all winter long, but unfortunately here in Pennsylvania we can't do that. But it certainly has worked out really well. I'm happy with it. And we'll try to overwinter as many of these plants as we can, bring the fish inside, and then come up with a plan next spring to see what we're going to put out here next spring. Alright YouTube, let's see if I can get out of my own shadow here. This is my outdoor container pond. Last update for the summer. Next time you'll see these fish and the plants will be inside in one of my indoor tanks. Thanks for watching.